Talk Nation, Talk Nation. Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is blessed. Just off of boxing, real quick, man. Just got finished watching Do the Right Thing, classic Spike Lee movie. If you guys have never seen or heard of Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee, you guys need to check that out, man. You know what I'm saying? It really touches on a lot of the stuff that's going on in our communities today. But let's get into some boxing, man. Manny PACQUIAO, Errol Spence Jr., phenomenal press conference. A lot of important things were said at that press conference. And one of those things was Errol Spence doesn't need the advice of Floyd Mayweather. Wow. Now, did Manny say that because Floyd beat him in somewhat of a controversial win? Manny said that he was injured in that fight. You know what I mean? Shortly after the fight, you know what I'm saying? Manny received surgery, you know what I'm saying, from the injury on his shoulder, I believe, that he said that he sustained in the fight or leading up to the fight. You know what I mean? It's been some time. But at the same time, for Manny PACQUIAO to say that he does not, this is Errol Spence, need the advice of Floyd Mayweather, I mean, that's saying a lot. Despite whatever Floyd may be in some people's eyes, even Manny PACQUIAO's eyes, Floyd Mayweather is a phenomenal boxer. You know what I'm saying? Probably the best defensive fighter, you know what I'm saying, of all time, arguably. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sweet Pea and nowadays Canelo. So Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, is great. But is Errol Spence's potential greater than Floyd Mayweather advice? That is the question. Because for Manny PACQUIAO to say that Errol Spence doesn't need Floyd Mayweather's advice, that's basically saying that Errol Spence's current level of skill or his potential level of skill surpasses that of Floyd Money Mayweather. That's saying a lot. You know what I mean? Could this be a ploy from Manny PACQUIAO to get inside Errol Spence's head? I'm glad I asked. Because shortly after PACQUIAO made that statement, Errol Spence had a quick rebuttal and said, you know what, I appreciate the comment, but in short, I'm not going to get too high on it, because when that bell rings, Manny PACQUIAO is a fantastic competitor, you know what I'm saying? He's going to jump on me, you know what I'm saying, as soon as that bell rings. Phenomenal statement, because that's a fact. When that fight starts, guess what? Manny PACQUIAO, it's time to get to work. You know what I mean? It's time to clock in. You know what I'm saying? It's time to show these people why I'm an 8 division world champion. You know what I'm saying? Why I beat more champions than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, PACQUIAO, Errol Spence, these are two fantastic competitors. As I said in a previous video, go check it out while you're at it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy what you're reaching right now, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. But Manny PACQUIAO, Errol Spence, I told you guys, Manny sees some of Errol within himself. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, is defeating Errol Spence, this of your PACQUIAO, are you defeating the naysayers, the haters, the doubters? What does defeating Errol Spence prove? Manny PACQUIAO stated, I just want a real fight. I no longer have to prove my legacy or what I can do in the ring. I proved that already, and I agree. I don't think that Manny PACQUIAO has anything to prove. And crazy as it may seem, Manny PACQUIAO doesn't even have anything to lose. He's had everything. He's been a 4-time champion in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? Manny is special. Manny will continue to be special. Inside the ring, outside the ring. And what makes Manny special is not his skill, but his heart. And Manny PACQUIAO's heart, his tenacity, his passion for the sport of boxing, that is what Errol Spence is facing. That is what Errol Spence is fighting. So the question is not what Manny Pacquiao was fighting for, truthfully. Question is, what is Errol Spence fighting for? Because Errol Spence is still relatively young. He still has more time in the game than Pacquiao has remaining in the game. So truthfully, the weight of the load is on Errol Spence's shoulders. He has the most to prove in this fight. If he loses to Manny Pacquiao, granted, he will now be coveted as one of those fighters that lost to, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world. And if you lose to the best fighter in the world, or pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world, although it is a loss on your record, may sound weird, but it's not a loss on your legacy. Because to be beat by the best, people expect you to lose. But when you lose to someone who people expect you to win, now that's when things get a little bit tricky. That's when people start talking about you. But if Errol Spence lose to Manny Pacquiao, it will be an upset. Why? It's despite how great Manny Pacquiao is, but because Errol is the number one welterweight fighter in the world. That's one. 2, he's younger than Manny Pacquiao. 3, he's undefeated. 4, he has fantastic, explosive knockout power. You know what I'm saying? He has finished more opponents by knockout. I forgot the stat, excuse me, Talk Nation. I forgot the stat, so I can't put that into the video as I speak right now. But Errol Spence, long story short, has an impressive resume. And if he falls to Manny Pacquiao in this fight, it's not going to tarnish his legacy at all. Errol Spence is still going to have premier fights, still going to have a fantastic and great career. Prime example, look at Canelo. Look at Canelo. So if Errol Spence loses to Manny Pacquiao, it does nothing in a negative light to his professional boxing career. And as crazy it may seem, fight fans, it's going to elevate Errol Spence's career. Just like if Pacquiao chooses to walk away from the sport after defeating Errol Spence, that's going to not only elevate Manny Pacquiao's legacy, but possibly also his political career. On that note, Talk Nation, stand up, it's your boy. Don't forget to locate and find your boy on YouTube, excuse me. Put the hounds out, find your boy, subscribe, share with your friends. Talk Nation, stand up, it's your boy. Peace.